Hi there, and welcome to a quick update video to cover the number one problem that people have been suffering since around December 2020 last year. So this is what you typically see, waiting for a device. You start mydmxGo app on your iPad or your Android tablet. You connect up your mydmxGo interface to a power supply, and then you sit here and you wait for the device, and it will never connect. The reason for this is because both ADJ for mydmxGo and Light Rider released a firmware update to the interface, to the hardware interface, and you need to update the firmware for your the latest versions of the app to connect. So for mydmxGo, how do you do that? Well, first off, you head over to ADJ.com, go to the mydmxGo product page, scroll down, go to downloads, and you will see a number of options, a number of items. If you're using a Windows PC, you will need to download Hardware Manager for PC version 0.24 or later. That's the version that you need to fix this problem. So you download the Hardware Manager for PC. Also, if you're using Windows, then as I said, you will also need to download Windows drivers for mydmxGo. So download this as well, install both of those onto your Windows machine, and then start Hardware Manager. If you're using a Mac, I'm using a Mac here, you can simply download the Hardware Manager version 0.24. There are no drivers required for Mac OS. So once you have downloaded those programs, installed them, you'll be able to, you'll get the Hardware Manager disk image. Open this, start up Hardware Manager, and you'll see this. This is what Hardware Manager looks like. So let's take it from the top. First off, you may notice on the top left hand side that you'll see two versions of your mydmxGo interface. If you do, that's okay. The first, what you'll need to check is the two icons. The icon on the top one here is USB connection, and the icon on the bottom one is a network connection. So this is in fact the same interface, but Hardware Manager sees it on both over via USB and via network. If you're wondering how we do that, don't worry, I will show you that as well. So for the purpose of this, make sure that you can click the top icon for mydmxGo via the USB, and we're just going to quickly whiz down this list on what some of these things mean. So information, first off, shows you the device type and its name, etc. Okay, the next item on the list is SUT, and this shows you the licenses that are installed on the device itself. So if you don't already know, the app that runs on your tablet isn't where the licenses are stored. You can in fact have as many versions of as many apps as you like across as many tablets as you wish for mydmxGo, but you have to have a license installed on the interface itself. You may also be wondering why mydmxGo isn't listed here. Well, ADJ license the mydmxGo from Light Rider, and hence you'll see that there is a Light Rider license installed, and that's what essentially makes the mydmxGo app work. So don't be alarmed if you don't see mydmxGo, because you will have a Light Rider license as well. The next item is the one that we're looking for today to fix your problem of waiting for device. So firmware. So if your device firmware version is less than 0.24, then you need to update the firmware now. So, and to do that, you simply click the firmware update button. If you have, I'm assuming at this point that you have connected up your mydmxGo. So you've connected it to your computer via a USB cable. You would normally expect to see the number 01 appear when it's not connected to any device. At this point, when you've connected up your mydmxGo and you've got hardware running, and you've got Hardware Manager running, you should see the LI letters on top of your mydmxGo interface. LI is just short for live and means that there is a kind of a live connection. So LI is what you would expect to see. Click the firmware update button. This takes seconds, really, not even minutes. Just leave it, wait till it's finished. The device will probably restart and reconnect and then you're good to go. Make sure that your current device firmware is up to 0.24, and the problems of waiting for device should be gone. Anyway, before we just close this though, there's a couple of other things that I want to kind of talk to you about, just show you. So there's a couple of things down here. So clock is worth a quick look. It's not essential that the clock on your mydmxGo is correct, but I tend to try and make sure the mine is reasonably up to date. There's a couple of other things in here. Settings. If you've ever wondered what the 01 means when you first connect your mydmxGo, then it is in fact possible to kind of have preset scenes on your mydmxGo before anything else connects to it, before any app connects. And you'll see on this drop-down list that you can have up to 8 different scenes, one of which will be the startup. And if you ever press the up and down arrow keys on your mydmxGo before you've connected the app, you'll notice that you can change the number from 01 to 08, and that simply means that not only are those scenes, all those scenes stored on your mydmxGo, but you can also choose one to be the startup. Anyway, that's a little bit beyond the scope of this video, but some people I know have asked what those numbers mean. The one that I want to cover is Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is something that some people struggle with, and I'm just going to explain a couple of these things just so that you're aware of what they all do and what they all mean. So I have set up mydmxGo to connect to my home network if I am at home, but if it can't connect to my home network because I'm at a venue, then it will create a Wi-Fi network for my iPad to connect to. So the Wi-Fi mode, you'll see there are 3 choices. You have dual, you have access point, and you have station. So dual means that it will attempt to connect to my preferred home network first. If it can't find one, it will create a Wi-Fi network. If I set it to station, that means it will always try to connect to an existing Wi-Fi network, and it will never create one of its own. So station, if you've got a permanent installation in a particular venue for your mydmxGo, you could use station, but that's probably the only, or if you permanently got it set at home, then you could use station. I'm not sure what happens when these devices are shipped. I have a feeling they're probably set to access point, which means that the device itself, your mydmxGo, will always create a Wi-Fi network. Now that's okay, unless you're kind of at home and like me, you connect your iPad to your mydmxGo. You then realise that you need to download a profile from Light Cloud or similar. So you then think, oh, I can't because I'm not connected to my home network. So my iPad's got no internet connectivity. So you then disconnect from your mydmxGo, connect up to your home network, and then you have to go through the process of disconnecting from home network and connecting your Wi-Fi back up to your mydmxGo. So it will work. It's all a bit of a faff. So I have chosen to use dual mode, and I have to say it works pretty well. The early versions of the firmware were not great, were not reliable, but this particular version, certainly 0.24, is. So when you set it to dual, you have the option, or you have the ability now to set both on station the network that you would like your mydmxGo to connect to, if it can. So my home network is called Mos Eisley Cantina because I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan. So if I'm at home, my mydmxGo will actually attempt to connect to my home network first. If it can't find this network, and it will always remember this, by the way. I set this up once and it's remembered it ever since. If it can't find this network, it will then create an access point. So, which means it creates a Wi-Fi network. So the Wi-Fi network name that it creates, in my case, you can choose the name here. It's called, I've just set it to mydmxGo. I've left encryption as WPA, WPA2. For the purpose of the video, I've set a really noddy password, but I strongly recommend that you set something a bit more robust than that. You can use the word password, or you can use the default. I think it's 8 zeros if you wish, but I wouldn't like to trust other people in your venues to not log in and try and hack your devices. So yeah, set it to something a little bit more robust than just password. Channel, now this is also crops up in a number of conversations, a number of debates. as to what the best channel is. And the answer is, well, there is no right answer for this. Choosing a channel that is not congested is very much about where you are at that given moment in time. It's rather like driving down a kind of an 8-lane highway and being asked beforehand which is going to be the least congested lane. Well, you won't know until you get there. So for me, I have chosen channel 7 here. That happens to work quite well when I'm at home. I also have found that channel 11 works. Those two channels in the kind of upper region, 7 and 11, tend to be typically less congested. But you do need to check those for yourselves. You cannot assume, just because I'm saying that channel 7 works well for me in my house, that it will work well for you in yours. And it may vary by country. It will certainly vary by venue. So do run some tests. If you're running a MacBook, the network diagnostics will help you identify less congested channels. If you've got Android devices, then there are various apps available to help you find the less congested channels. There are a choice of, I think, 15, is it? Or was it 13? Anyway, but certainly my experience is that the channels higher up in the range, so 7 and 11, typically are less congested. Try those. If not, if you still have connection issues, then get yourself an app or similar to help find out which ones are best for you. The most important thing, if you change anything on this screen here, is to hit the store button. If you don't hit the store button here, then anything you type, anything that you change will not get saved on your mydmxGo. So very definitely remember to do that. Okay. That's about it. So in fact, so just let me remind you, so it's because my device is running in dual mode, that's why I see two devices on the left hand side, because the first device, Hardware Manager, can see connected to the USB cable, and the second device it can see connected via my Wi-Fi network. But if you want to make changes to the Wi-Fi settings themselves, always connect via USB, because that's a much more robust. You're not going to suddenly disconnect your device halfway through making its settings change. Okay, that really is it. Thank you very much. If you do need further help, then by all means comment on the video. You may also know that I run a kind of a Light Rider and mydmxGo help and support page on Facebook. There is, of course, the official mydmxGo support group as well. I don't intend to tread on the toes over there. In fact, you'll often find me in that group helping out as well. This is all about helping people out, not just about having lots of groups. So yeah, if you need help, go and find your favourite group on Facebook or similar, and I'm sure you'll be able to get some help from myself or other people there. But that's it. Thanks very much, and I will see you again soon.